Vibranium, I can never get soft. I move squares, trying not to get boxed.
Welcome everybody back to the Banana Bro Crew.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Have we had a day, my friend?
Week, fam. Wait, first of all, we saying. Yeah, don't know. Don't know. I
Mr.
see you right there, cuz. What's poppin', cuz?
Cartney in the guest room, chilling.
Yep. Alright, well.
Out here. Alright, everybody. We've had
yourself, bro.
a crazy week, but before that, I am Cam, aka Mr. aka the man in the middle. Let's get it.
Yes, go. Nicholas K, podcast point guide. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Man behind the cam. What you telling me, cuz?
Ducks, Mr. Director.
Yes, sir. You don't need to no face, no case. You understand?
Face,
Don't worry
case.
what man looks like. Just know he sounds like that. You get me? Yeah. What you telling me though?
Yo, we have had a crazy week.
It's
But
been a mad
before we get to the basketball week, my friend, how was your week?
It was alright, you know, couple things here and there, you know, just trying to live life, man. You
Fair
know,
enough, man.
it's stressful, but we gotta get there. You feel
No
me?
news is good news.
No news is good news, but there's bad news. What you saying?
There's bad news. All right, we'll get to that later.
We'll get to
Oh
that
shit,
later.
over some chicken wings.
Alright, man.
Alright, man.
And that's going on.
Let's go on.
Do you know what? Yeah, do you know what I compared this week to? You know that game, Snog, Marry, Avoid.
Oh, okay. Stock. What is it?
Snog, you know
Kiss,
that game?
Marry, Kill.
Yeah, or Kiss, Marry, Kill. You know,
Yeah.
we all know that. We all know that game. In today's NBA season, there's a new game. Injured, hurt,
COVID.
fired.
Fire.
That is, dude. That's what's
Injured,
going on
fired.
right now.
Okay.
You're either injured. If you're in the NBA, you're either injured, you're either hurt, or you're fired.
Injured and hurt are the same thing. Oh.
Not really. No. Injured as in injured out indefinitely.
I mean,
And then a little scrape on your, you know, a little
Okay.
crime thing. You know what I'm saying?
all right. I
Or,
understand.
or if you can think of another one, then.
I mean, injured. I'll do injured, fired, COVID.
Yeah. Okay.
'Cause of CP,
yeah.
right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
You're right. That's what I
Alright.
meant. I tested.
Yeah,
I tested
100%.
you. You passed.
100%.
Well done. It is
Thank you,
good. Well
thank
done.
you.
Very
Thank you,
good.
sir. Thank
So
you,
anyway, for those of you who don't know,
Yes.
a lot has happened. We'll start off with the injuries. Shall we? Or the
Ooh.
COVID?
Let's get to that. Let's go up from the point of our last episode
Yeah.
and head into playoffs so far.
You're right. All right. Playoffs so
Alright.
far.
So, since the last time we spoke,
Yeah.
we had the conclusion of the Atlanta Knicks series.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We had
We was
essentially the end of the first round. The
Yeah,
last time
basically.
we recorded was midway through the first round, right?
Yeah, we had Clippers and Mavs, which is now officially finished. And shout to the Clippers, they won. I
came
pre-
back from behind.
Let's recap our predictions.
Yes.
I predicted Mavs in 7. I was clearly wrong.
I called me and Ken called Clippers.
Yeah, you and Ken called Clippers. Shouts to Ken. Oh yeah, sorry, Ken up. We ain't even mentioned Ken, man. Come on, man.
Our boy
Dang.
is missing.
He's missing.
MIA,
He's missing.
unfortunately.
Listen, work has to be done. The bills have to get paid, man.
Indeed.
You see this studio? Ken paid for it.
We didn't come for cheap.
We are here because of him, but he's
Wow.
at home working. But not at home, but he's in the office working. But shouts to Ken. Shouts to Ken.
Indeed.
Shouts to Mongi.
Shouts
Shouts
to
to Bex. Shouts to the rest of the Banana Broke crew.
Indeed. Shout out
Family.
to our international family.
Shouts to the
local family.
correspondent. Shouts to Dre.
Twitter
Shouts to
family.
Ralph. Shouts to Bezzy.
Don't know.
All them random. There's too many lists. Too many names to name.
YDK.
But yeah, sorry, but yeah, I was wrong.
Yep. That's all right. That's the first series. What else do we call them? Bucks.
Bucks and Nets,
Bucks,
which is
Nets.
going on at the moment. By the time this video drops,
Second round. Did we predict the first round? No, first round was a sweep.
no, we
didn't
predicted
talk about-
second round, but yeah. By the time this video drops, I don't even know where we'll be. Atlanta and
Atlanta, Philly, and it's
Philly
looking
was-
dangerous because
Ye-
Philly's playing really well.
Yep.
We'll get to that.
Let's recap that again. So who have you got between Atlanta and Philly?
I had Philly, but it's a wild card. Trae
It's a
Young's
wild
really
card
good.
because Embiid is still a bit hurt as well. I just said it depends on Embiid. If he's there, it's Philly. If it's not, then I'll give it to the Hawks. But shout out to the Hawks. They're
Didn't
doing
even
their
see
thing.
him get out of the first round, mate.
Yeah.
So
them
yeah,
ones.
shut up.
So that's one. Quickly switch over to the other side.
Indeed.
West Jazz. It is Jazz and Clippers.
Mike Conley's currently out.
Mike Conley's coming out. You see. So
Mhm.
that was one there. Het.
Indeed.
That's one there. That's het or injured. Sorry, I don't know which one I picked, but that one's happening.
You had. What did you pick?
Of who?
Jazz Clippers.
I got Jazz. I've always had Jazz.
We did call Jazz. Okay,
I got Jazz going to the finals personally, and that looks like it's going to happen once we get to a certain news that has broken. Before we get there, who else are we missing? I just don't want to miss out anybody.
I mean,
The Suns and Nuggets.
which is the
Oh my
biggest
goodness, we have to recap that. The Suns swept the Nuggets,
news.
man.
Badly. And we all called in 6 and 7.
I said Suns in 7.
I said Suns in 7. But
Did
I
you
did
have a
I did
prediction?
a bit of flip flopping first.
You said Suns to go through. Gali. They swept them, fam. 4-0. Gone. Yeah. And not to mention, we do have to touch on it quickly. Jokic, MVP, and MVP got swept, people.
Indeed.
I don't know how you feel about that.
I could see... It wasn't... You know what? It wasn't actually about how I felt. It was about how Jokic's brothers felt. Were in the stand and they tried to jump over and kill Booker. That's what it's about. That's the ultimate family lineage salt. I've never seen it in my life. Bro, it's like when you get spotted on the playground, you're getting bullied and your brother comes through the gates and he's just ready for smoke, like ready for action. Those guys were big.
They want some things. But shout to the Suns, because I didn't see that. I mean, I saw them winning, but I didn't see them winning like that. So shout to the Suns. They are officially in the conference finals, I believe.
Chris Paul. Performances where he's putting up like 15 plus assist games in the playoffs at 36 with no turnovers.
Yeah, I was going to say, barely any turnovers.
Nuts.
It's crazy. So shout to the Suns. They're already waiting. And who else are we missing out? And then, of course, we have Bucks and Nets that's going on right now. I still have, at the moment, it's 3-2 to Brooklyn, but I still have Bucks coming back and winning that series. I will return on the next episode to say I'm wrong.
These injuries have me spun.
I have no problem saying I'm wrong.
These injuries have me spun. I still haven't completely processed what losing Kyrie does, and not potentially Harden coming back is GG.
Yeah. So let's get to the injuries, baby. So Brooklyn.
Yeah. Harden.
Kyrie's out.
Kyrie out.
Harden is hurt. He's not out. He's hurt.
He's hurt.
Hat.
But he's hat.
Yeah, good. You have to say it like that. Well done. It's good. He's hat.
He's nice.
Man, he made a little return last night in game 5, which was good, and he was okay. Not the same, but he was looking good, dusting cobwebs. KD took a lot on. He dropped a damn near triple double with 49 points, fam.
Yeah. What did he shoot? Like 16 for 23 from the
shot
field?
16 from 23 from the field.
What?
And then Giannis shouts to Giannis, because Giannis, I don't know if you saw, Giannis, after the game last night, Giannis came out and said, hey, that's the best player in the world. I personally, I would hate that if I was his GM, or if I was his teammate, I'd hate that.
He just came back from an Achilles, man.
Oh, he did just come back
from an Achilles. He came back from an Achilles.
And he's out here just...
To come back in the playoffs. Yeah. I was still missing a large portion of this season, mind you. And he is out here smoking.
Yeah. He's smoking, guys. You still got the Nets?
Oh, yeah.
You do?
I do.
Even now that... So
actually... Oh, no, damn it. KD is really good. But, I mean, the whole team, I have too much faith in Drew Holiday.
Yeah, I mean...
That's my X factor for this. If Harden doesn't start resembling old school healthy state.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, that's a bit of a mad thing. But KD is going to have to carry on the team. Going to have to continue doing that. Kyrie and Harden... I don't know. Is Harden going to play next game?
I haven't heard anything.
I think he is. But anyway, Kyrie ain't going to be there. That's all I know.
It's tough.
That's kind of peak.
This is probably our current best series.
Yeah. It would have been amazing, man. I hate injuries, but you know,
considering the misfortunate use.
But we will get to the
across the pond.
Exactly. Who else is injured? I'm just going to stick on injuries. Clippers.
Embiid's hurt.
Who?
Embiid
is also hurt.
He's hurt.
If you don't know yet, which you should know by the time, especially by the time this is out, Kawhi Leonard, moment of silence as well.
Chirps.
Hey man, I said moment of silence, man.
Sorry, boss.
Kawhi Leonard is out indefinitely.
ACL tear.
I don't know if they said it's a tear, but
do they not? Oh,
they're still doing, scans and that.
Captain Bleacher Report is wrong.
Exactly. They're still doing scans and that. But Kawhi's out, man. What are you saying? React.
GG. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Utah to the finals. We called it. This just cemented it. Look, PG, shout out to you, man.
Yeah, PG's going to have to take on I can't imagine a team.
Forget that. The disrespect from last season. If he puts up an epic fight to retain whatever's left and resembling the Clippers season so far, if he balls out of his mind, any and all PG slander from last season is straight back into the recycling bin. It's gone. PG has got a real opportunity to gain some respect just by playing hard through this.
Yeah, if he has a good game, and if they win, of course.
And if they can get a win, even better. But I don't think anyone's expecting Clippers to beat Jazz without a Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, I don't think that's...
Steal a game and hats off to you, my brother.
I can't see it happening.
Even do I. The rest of the series is about to get swept.
Yeah. But it's so sad, man. I really like Kawhi. As much as I'm a Laker, I actually like Kawhi. It's a shame to see these injuries. But we will get down to the bottom of why these injuries are happening. Because I'm not one to shame God fearing, people that don't believe in God. Everyone has their own life. But let me tell you something. Something spooky is going on, man. And this is why I pray to my God every day, This is why I thank God for my life. Because sometimes weapons fashioned against you will prosper. That's all I have to say. You know what I'm saying?
I tried to hold the straight face. I couldn't. He's speaking to me like a pastor, like a mega church pastor. How am I supposed to hold down the giggles?
Listen, don't you think something spooky is going on?
Feel redemption today.
I told you about that Egyptian voice.
I can't do it. I can't do West Africa. I go north. I go north. I go back to...
I don't know where you go to.
I don't know where to. I aim for Nigeria. I end up in Algeria, my brother.
But yeah, I don't know how you feel. We'll get to the because we got a lovely question. By the way, follow Bernardo Broku too on Instagram.
Please.
We sent out a little question form for people to we told people we were recording today, and if you want to have any questions, and we got a few responses. So we're gonna get to that in a second. But this is scary, man. I haven't got the list right now. I'm gonna try to get it on.
The craziest thing is that 2 scary and disheartening injuries have happened at the same time, and this isn't even the most disheartening one.
Yeah.
Technically the other one's not an injury, but we'll get to that in a bit.
It's ridiculous, man. What's going on?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the season was rushed. They didn't really get much of a break. They didn't though. They didn't. How long were they off for?
I totally agree. I'm just glad we came to this because this was a request from a fan on Twitter.
Yeah,
or a follower on Twitter.
A follower on Twitter. But yeah, shouts to everybody that corresponds with us.
A supporter.
Let me read it out. When asked about questions, get your questions in. Somebody said, not somebody. We'll
Fantastic
put in here.
Question, by
Carlos,
the way.
we can put his name there. We'll put his Twitter name. I'll send you the tweet as well. We'll put the tweet there. Shouts to well, his name was here is Marlo Stanfield. Shouts to you, bro. Thanks for this. He said, Adam Silver putting money over player welfare. All the big, and he put stars battling injuries. I don't know what you mean by there, man. I don't know. Maybe we gotta get you on to talk about this. But anyway, react. Do you think Adam Silver is prioritizing money over player welfare?
Okay. I need to just take a second.
Adam Silver's obviously the guy that wants
to do the
NBA,
one thing I get, I guess, booed for the most, and that's partially equating things back to LeBron. However,
you better not mention LeBron.
However, he will be mentioned, but he's not the main focus of what I'm about to say. Listen it. Who's the head of the NBA Players Association?
Who? It's Chris Paul.
Who? The most damn near injured, rundown PG we have in the game. Amazing, but my God, lightning can strike the same spot 15 times. We've seen it with CP. Yeah.
We didn't even mention the CP.
Yeah, real talk. But we're going to get there.
Yeah, we're going to get there.
CP3, head of the Players Association. The whole of the NBA revolves around LeBron James. Even these guys could have negotiated terms. We've seen it before. If the NBA players don't want to do something, they will not do it. Thus, we had our lockout shortened season. Yeah. It's happened before. Do you know what I mean? NBA players have power now. Yeah.
100%.
I get it. I understand it. And I do see business motivating things more so than anything. But I also think, apologies, and I'm really overstepping my boundaries. I think NBA players are privileged, a bit greedy. Mm-hmm. I also don't think they want their pockets being smashed up like that, because they were talking about paying people partial wages. Mm-hmm. Do you remember before the season started? It was literally like NBA players are talking about being paid for games played rather than their salaries. Yeah. That's not great. I don't think NBA players want that either. So I don't think.
Oh my goodness! I'm so sorry.
Breaking news.
This is great. This is great. Dude, wait, that's for countdown, bro.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
All right. Shouts to it's the same guy that sent us the question. Shouts to Marlo Stanfield, man. He just tagged us in his LeBron James tweet. I'm gonna read this word for word, and we'll just react to it. This is great. They all didn't want to listen to me about the start of the season. I knew exactly what would happen. I only wanted to protect the well-being of the players, which ultimately is our product and benefit of our game. These injuries isn't just part of the game, it's the lack of pure rim rest before starting. Before starting back up. Rim rest, rim rest.
Sleep.
Yeah. 8, possibly 9 All-Stars has missed playoff games. Brackets most in league history. This is the best time of the year for our league and fans. But we're missing a ton of our favorite players. It's insane. If there's one person that knows about the body and how it works all year round, it's me. I speak for the health of all of our players, and I hate to see this many injuries this time of the year. sorry fans, wish you guys were seeing all your favorite guys right now. Prayer hands, king, crown, emoji.
Cardox, I hope you've got all of this on camera because I'm about to fully squad up as a member of the hypocrites. I am sorry.
What do you mean?
My whole argument was about to go like.
Oh, you was about to take LeBron in it. I'm so happy you tweeted
Chris
this.
Paul, basically saying that players have more power.
Yeah.
And then the guys. So okay, either this is the ultimate LeBron damage control because he's heard word on the internet being like, oh well, LeBron doesn't want to have his business.
I mean, I hope not, because blaming LeBron for this is ridiculous. Come on.
I'm a crazy guy.
I'm
However, I now feel compelled to say I was wrong. Put my hands up.
Yeah,
And
because
I'm
you
very
about to go in for no reason.
Well, I know, look, like, not as a person, not as a basketball player, just as an opponent, as biggest sign of respect. I really freaking hate LeBron James because he's the closest thing to number 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, I felt like, yeah.
It's a good tweet. I mean, I'm happy he said that.
Yeah.
I'm happy he said that. I don't know what this means for the rest of the league. I mean, it doesn't really mean anything.
Although my point as NBA players not wanting necessarily their money tucked into still kind of counts. Because I mean, LeBron James losing 50 mil and like a PJ Tucker losing 50 mil is a little bit different. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where did that whole concept about if you get paid only if you play come from? Because that doesn't even make.
It was discussed.
It doesn't really make sense because you don't choose to play the match in the game ultimately.
Yeah.
I think it was ultimately being discussed as like a favor more so than anything. Like, would you agree?
But what benefit do the player?
None at all.
Get no benefits from.
None at all.
It'd only be a business benefit.
Not at all. But if you want to negotiate for a bike in a trade deal, you start off with like a skateboard, and the other guy goes to a car, and then you kind of meet in the middle, right? So maybe one side was saying, I don't want anyone to play, and then they were like, we want a full season. And they met in the middle.
Should they have delayed the start of the season though? That pretty much is the question that they were asking.
Yes.
This was rushed, man. This was rushed.
It was
now look what's happened.
irresponsible.
Something spooky is going on, man.
Very spooky.
Something very spooky is going on.
Although that is in part due to hindsight.
Yeah.
Like, we've had various degrees of seeing how spooky this thing is.
Yeah, because I hear what you're saying. If there was no injuries, then we would have been like, this is great. Yeah. I'm so happy the NBA season came back and we had it during the pandemic.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, if my mother had wheels, she would have been a bike. Exactly. So we can't say that right now.
My mother had wheels.
She would have been a bike. So we can't say that right now. We have to go off reality. And reality is the offseason was rushed and now players are now being essentially punished for it. Fans are being punished for it because we're not watching our favorite guys go against each other, and it's sad, bro. It's very sad. So. It's very, very, very sad. Which brings me to my other point that unfortunately, whoever wins a championship this season, there is a asterisk on your title because of the players that we love, the players that are needed to make the series competitive. They're all falling by the dozen or by whatever the quote is.
I feel as if the only team to not have injuries yet is the Bucks. Still in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray out. Embiid partial tear. Clippers, Kawhi. Suns, Chris Paul. Nuggets, Jamal. Wait, I already said that.
Yeah.
Jazz, Mike Conley. Every team has big injuries.
That is true. Every team has got
starters.
Injuries. That is true.
Every team has a starter missing.
That is true. We didn't touch on the so for the guys that missed out, the injured, COVID, and fired. To go to the COVID, if you don't know yet, Chris Paul is out
COVID protocol
indefinitely because of COVID protocols, which is just sad. I spoke about it today with a couple of boys. It doesn't necessarily mean he has COVID or anything like that.
Just COVID precautions.
Just precautions.
Legislation by
he
NBA.
could fully well miss out on finals because of this. That's just crazy to me.
I'm just glad they've got a bit of time.
I know. So hopefully it's not
3-4 days. If it goes on.
I'm not quite sure on how long he is and how long he's out for.
What, 2-2 now?
Yeah. If that goes to Game 7, then hopefully he'll be back. But I don't know because Tatum was out for a long time as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, they're out for a while.
They're out for a long time.
Unless things have changed, considering potential medical advancements,
vaccines.
But
I know I saw a couple of people saying that this basically might mean that Chris Paul's an anti-vaxxer or something like that.
I'm sure there's some NBA players that didn't want to have
Yeah.
the vaccine.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I don't know. We'll have to see. But it's sad. It's so sad for Chris Paul as well
100%.
because he basically should have been in finals a lot of times, and the only thing that's preventing him from making that is injuries.
I think
And
Chris
now-
Paul, if Chris Paul somehow managed to wrangle the Suns to the finals and win it all,
Yeah.
I think that would be like probably one of the most impressive turnarounds we've ever seen in league history, right?
Yeah.
On the off stance that Suns make it all the way, ring, bucket, everything,
Yeah.
bucket.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But it's sad. And to our next question, not question, but it said from one of our co-hosts ourselves, Mongi. He said thoughts on our former defensive player of the year hiding from the lights when it matters most. He's obviously referring to Giannis, right? He's obviously referring to Giannis, and obviously KD just shooting over his head. In the time when Giannis is supposed to,
I feel as
defend.
if my rebuttal to that would only be Giannis is so important, you don't want him fouling out. But at the same time, so is Kevin Durant. But Kevin Durant's not playing the same level of defense as Giannis. Maybe a bit more, but it's not exactly like he's going lockdown.
Since we're kind of in the conversation of Bucks and Nets, and that the Bucks have lost probably 2-star players, they've just got KD, and then and then Giannis, obviously the Bucks. It's pretty much Giannis versus KD. What do you think
I
it
still
takes?
think Drew and Chris Middleton are a bit of an advantage over like a Harris.
Okay,
And
so
I know injured Harden, forgot.
what do you want to see from Giannis then in this series? In this moment that we're in right now, what do you want to see from him?
I want to see him just be more aggressive, straight to the rim, pass out.
Just continue going to the.
But he needs
That's
to
what
do
he does,
beast
right?
mode. You know, like last year, Shaq called him Superman for being dominant. I feel as if I need to see a little bit more assertiveness. I feel as if Giannis is still young. He's not ready to take the torch from a Kawhi or a Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. Because if we remember those 23-year-old kids in OKC, Westbrook, Kevin Durant, Ibaka, Harden,
Yeah.
they weren't ready.
Yeah.
I don't think Giannis is quite there yet.
He just needs to get a jump shot. That's all. I know it's easier said than done, but that man got to shoot, man. And he can't be taking 100 seconds at the free throw line as well. You saw that.
Here's the thing. Steph started shooting from a million miles away really efficiently, right? Changed the game.
Yeah.
Shaq dunked in the paint, crazy paint efficiency, changed the game.
Yeah.
Look at someone like Zion, right? 27 points per game, odd this season.
Yeah.
On like 60% plus shooting at the rim. 70%. 72% I think is the number. But correct me if I'm wrong. Certain people can have like such physical advantages that they can ascertain a dominance over the game that changes the rules towards them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Giannis is not that kind of player. I feel as if he comes into his own and develops a little bit more of a Mamba mentality, then Giannis will just kind of start taking over. No one's going to be able to answer for that. But he's not assertive enough. I feel as if he shies away from the crazy ball dominance. He needs a little bit more skill, sure. But the crazy enforcing your dominance on the game, I think he shies away from it. He's too young. Doesn't have that killer. Like real killer. Like, I want you to leave crying killer. I'm going to change the game killer. I feel as if he's just kind of a moving rook knight on the chessboard.
Careful, man. This is all you're saying right now is recorded receipts. We're going to come back to it.
It just means that he has the potential to be one of the GOATs.
Yeah, he does. He does.
That's all it means. Giannis could be the GOAT. Physically.
Giannis could be. So who have you got winning this whole thing then? And I'm going to go around the room.
Oh, back to Jazz, mate. I think we're still on Jazz.
Cardox.
I'm actually nervous because
Actually, I had
originally
Nets.
I do recall I did say Jazz and Nets would make it to the final.
Yeah.
I still feel like Nets will get to the final. Jazz, I'm starting to get a little bit. You know what?
By the time this drops, I think it'll be game 6, game 7, game 7.
It's a shame
I
because
still think Jazz will come through. No,
Shouts
I
to
don't.
Jazz. Shouts to Jazz.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah?
Jazz and Nets. To the
Lock it in.
I'm still saying Jazz and Nets to the final.
100.
The reason why I'm saying that is because I've watched now a couple of games with the Bucks and the Nets, and I still feel like with the Bucks, it still feels like not completely a one-man team, but they're not to say I'm not trying to downplay anybody else, but the Nets, they just have too many They have too many surging players that are just like
That's true.
knocking them back.
That's true. Jamal Murray tweeted, "The healthiest team will win the championship this year."
Yeah.
Wow. I think that pretty much.
Fair enough.
Right? I agree.
Do the maths.
Well, no, I don't agree. But
Do the math.
It does make, obviously, it's just
Yeah.
logic, innit?
So
But I
let's say
think
we're
that
on
is the.
2. Nets lose one more.
Yeah.
Who wins? But our Bucks Nets.
Wait, say that again?
Bucks Nets right
Yeah,
now
yeah.
as they stand. Right?
Yeah.
So Harden's back, KD's back.
Yeah.
You got the Nets, Bucks boys.
Yeah.
Injury starting 5.
Yeah.
Let's say they're more star level players.
Yeah.
Somebody goes down.
Yeah.
Who wins? So let's say you take one from Bucks. Who would you take?
True.
You take Drew out. Can Bucks still win against KD Harden? Not really.
Not really, no, they can't.
Right,
They
but
can't.
you take away Harden.
Yeah.
KD versus Drew, Chris Middleton, Giannis.
Yeah.
Would he win? Would Bucks win, or would KD on his own win?
Bucks would win.
Fine. All right, so the theory still stands.
Yeah.
Same side.
Yeah.
Nuggets take out a starter.
What's that? Alright. Sorry. Sorry about that, people. A little bit of technical difficulties. We've had to change position, but this good. Yo, I didn't change no position. That's crazy. Anyway. Anyway. Hey yo! Anywho's, we were speaking about injuries and all of that. I asked you, did you see the picture of the Kevin Durant?
Sorry,
I can't even. Anyway, so you saw the picture? Did you see the picture? Here it is,
Yes,
right here.
I saw
Kevin Durant, Steve Nash.
Oh
What do you
god.
think? React.
Oh wow. Steve Nash looks like a man who looks like he just escaped being fired.
He did.
Like, he looks so grateful. He looks like a kid crying because his mum agreed to take him to McDonald's after church.
What do you think of Steve Nash coaching, by the way? Do you think he's a good coach?
What coaching?
And that's that on that.
When you have 3 MVP level players, no, you put them on the court, let them play.
That's true. I can coach them.
No,
Alright, next question is why is this here, brother?
Huh? Because you came to my side.
Did you get that whiff, Jess?
Shut up, man. Don't smell. Fuck
No,
you.
as in it's clean, but it's not clean because it's rules. That's what I mean.
I was offended.
Oh man, these ain't
You're
getting
mean.
that these days. Anyway, I think we're gonna wrap up there. Anything else you wanna add in there?
Oh no, that was fantastic. All right, guys, hit us on the socials.
Yeah, man.
Like, subscribe, support. The guys are putting in a lot of work behind the scenes. We're trying to bring you some more and more content
Facts.
every week.
Facts.
Support us, and we will provide you with mild entertainment. I can guarantee this, right? So there's like a potential up gain as well, but at least I can guarantee that you're gonna have a good time and talk
Big
some good
facts.
basketball.
Chiming in the debate. The debate obviously today was was the season rushed?
It was hats.
Should it have? Was it? It was hats. Fired. COVID. Whoever wins this championship, I don't know, guys. How do you feel? Is it because as a Laker fan, we got a lot of flack because certain players, we didn't run into them in the series or whatever. So I'm just trying to keep the same energy. You feel me? I'm just trying to keep the same energy. There's a lot of star players that's falling now. So I don't know. Are you looking at the championship a little bit different right now? I don't know. Carlos, what are you saying?
I'm confused, but I'm still sticking to where I feel the playoffs are gonna end up
With
Aight.
with extreme nerves at the moment.
Extreme nerves. It is. Everyone's just nervous right now. Nobody knows what's going on. But we will take this time to wish all the injured players quick, healthy recovery.
Yep.
We laugh and we joke, and everyone has their moments and that stuff.
So.
But deep down inside, we don't wish that on anybody.
It has been an entertaining playoffs, but for the wrong reasons. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Like it's drama, but it's kind of like drama. It's funny because it's happening to someone else.
Yeah.
So,
Shout out to them. But we
Yeah, man.
in our prayers, man, and well wishes and all of that. But yeah, round of Broku.
beep.
Vibranium, I can never get soft. I move squares, trying not to get boxed. In the last quarter, could've won awards for my trap prowess. I was turning turnover all mad hours. Reminiscing about the days I used to have hours. Hit 2 licks in like 2 hours. You gon' need a brown box and some cute flowers.